Paige Bueckers, Azzi Fudd, Sarah Strong lead UConn to 12th NCAA title with dominant win over South Carolina. Bueckers and UConn cruise to yet another dominant 82-59 win over South Carolina at Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, on Sunday afternoon to win the national championship. It marks the program's 12th title in team history, and the first since 2016. They are now the first Division I team with a dozen championships, all of which have come under head coach Geno Auriemma. The win capped what has been a truly dominant run for the Huskies throughout the women's NCAA tournament this spring. While Bueckers has recorded multiple 30-point games, it was Azzi Fudd and Sarah Strong who repeatedly showed out to complete a trio that nobody else in the field was able to stop. They won every single game by double figures and beat 3 number 1 seeds, including a 34-point rout over top-seeded UCLA in the Final Four to win their title. Bueckers, who is expected to be the number 1 overall pick in the WNBA draft on April 14, now turns pro with a championship. She had led the Huskies to 4 Final Four appearances, but they fell to South Carolina in the national championship game in 2022. More on March Madness. Additional select Yahoo articles. NCAA Championship, UConn's Azzi Fudd named Final Four mop over Paige Bueckers' Sarah Strong. NCAA Championship, UConn's Azzi Fudd named Final Four mop over Paige Bueckers' Sarah Strong. NCAA Championship, Paige Bueckers, Geno Auriemma share tearful curtain call as Bueckers goes out a champion, I love you. March Madness 2025 takeaways, UConn's relentless offense, South Carolina's dynasty and the state of women's basketball. South Carolina came out of the gate hot, but completely shut down at the end of the first quarter. After opening the game making 5 of their first 7 shots, the Gamecocks missed 7 of their next 8 to end the quarter. They didn't score at all after Joyce Edwards hit a free throw at the 3:59 mark either. That allowed UConn to jump up by 5 at the first break. Though UConn entered the locker room with just a single made three-pointer, which Ashlyn Shade hit right before the buzzer, the Huskies still doubled their lead after the second quarter, holding a 36-26 edge at the break. They held South Carolina to just 12 points in the second quarter and limited them to a single field goal in the final 5 minutes of the period. Strong nearly had a double-double in the first 20 minutes with 8 points and 11 rebounds, too. It was the highest rebounding total in a single half of a national championship game since Tina Charles in 2009. UConn then took off in the third quarter, thanks in part to an 11-point stretch from Fudd. She hit a huge three-pointer late in the period, which Sarah Strong followed up quickly with one of her own, to help push them to a 20-point lead after the period, at 62-42. They ended the quarter on a 12-3 run, too, which gave them their largest lead of the game at that point. The fourth quarter was much of the same. The Huskies cruised to the 23-point win without any issue after opening the last period on an 18-6 run. Bueckers, Fudd and Strong combined for 65 total points in the win, which marked yet another massive outing for the group. Bueckers finished with 17 points, which moved her past Maya Moore for the third most career points in the NCAA tournament. Fudd had 24 points, and was named the Final Four's most outstanding player. Strong finished with 24 points and 15 rebounds. Strong set an NCAA tournament record for points by a freshman in a single tournament, too, and she